Welcome to the Love and Victory Show with Val, where we will bring you candid conversation. In each conversation, we will talk about real life ups and downs while tackling unresolved matters. We will also unmask issues and truly speak straightforward and candid about our needs and brokenness, while allowing ourselves to exhale so that we can become victorious. This is a place where you can be open to the possibilities of living life in abundance while gaining tools to become bold and complete. So let's get to it. Kimberley. All righty then. Welcome to the Love and Victory Show with Val. And we're going to do this intro real quick. Brother Carter, can you bring the people to the stage? Introduce our guests.
All right. Welcome back once more and again, Miss Kimberley over there and all the way from California. What you say? Introduce yourself in your own unique way.
Let the people know about you.
I'm muted. Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Kimberley. I go by Kimberly Rose online. I am living in California, originally from Houston. I work as a speech language pathologist in the schools. I also, fun fact about me, acquired a spinal cord injury when I was much younger, 18 years old. I'll be 34 actually next weekend. Yes, but I did not give up after my car accident and eventually worked my way up and decided to relocate and work as a travel speech therapist. So that's what I'm doing these days.
Hey, Kimberley, did I hear you say fun fact?
That is a fun fact.
All right.
Okay. I just want to make sure I heard you properly.
I love that she said that. You know, it's so easy and not making light of what you had to get through to be able to say it was a fun fact. The fact that you're not letting that situation change you, you've grown from it. You are,
she's not defined.
She's not defined by that. I absolutely love that. Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
welcome to the show.
Hello.
We're watching.
Awesome.
Give her a clap, baby. Y'all were there playing on that. Yeah, there we go. Come on now.
Welcome, Miss Kimberly Rose to the show. And we have a guy here that we haven't seen in a long time.
Where he been?
Haven't seen this guy in a long time. Have you been to the new studio? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just seemed like
it. Seemed like it.
Yeah. It seemed like last time I saw you was at that other place.
You've been here several times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, bro.
My cousin, congratulations on all your accomplishments.
That's the champion. That is the. You see that fitness, that's physique. You see that?
So in your own unique way, you know, express yourself. Tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely. Well, my name is Rickey Getwood Jr., originally from Port Arthur, Texas. I am a life, health, and success coach, professional bodybuilder, author, speaker, drummer, creative of all things positive. That's who I am.
He just gave you the short version.
That's a short version.
Yeah.
You already cut people out saying you talk too much. So I kept that in mind. So I was like,
I tell you, we're gonna walk on down the road. And
Miss Kim, I appreciate you not taking offense to that. So just keep on talking. Be your unique self on this show, okay?
Yes.
All right.
There you go.
All right. And before we do the intro, there was a couple of comments from the Cut the Crap that I do want, because I got to hear what Caesar had to say over here on Facebook.
Absolutely. So Caesar Guadardo Izadi, sorry if I butchered it, but we appreciate you. Says, as a husband with 10 years of marriage life, I totally agree. She want me to be ready at 8, but she going to be out here or out in the hours at 8:30.
Well, Caesar.
Oh, that's that cut the crap.
Yeah. So Caesar, let me tell you what that's all about, because you guys forget you got 50 million things that you trying to do. And y'all got to go figure out where y'all keys are. Y'all got to go. So we got to prep y'all.
Really?
Yeah. We got to prep y'all to be ready. That's okay.
I told you that's a whole nother segment.
For today's segment, Brother Carter is not going to give a comment or render anything onto this.
That's a smart man. That's a smart man right there.
Oh, she said accountability, mama. Get your butt up an hour earlier.
You know what? My children, trust me. I know how to get y'all back. So stay in your lane, Monique. Accountability is a fun fact. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Awesome. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into In the Loop.
All righty then.
What's going on?
What's happening with our sound? Where's that at?
What is good?
I'll just go ahead and get into it while you go ahead and pull up our wonderful music. But essentially, what we got coming up with LMV Enterprise Resources Inc. is we have our bowling and brunch.
Yes.
So if you haven't bought your ticket already, please be sure to buy your ticket. It's going to be one of the greatest events of the year. It's happening November 10th. We're going to be there. We got Miss Carter. We got Brother Carter. You going to be there, Ricky?
I think I will be there.
You think you're going to be there? Come on. We love to see you pull up. We want to dethrone Brother Carter. Well, no, he got dethroned last time. He got dethroned last time.
I'm coming back with vengeance.
I
know
so I gotta be there
say
now.
vengeance is the Lord's, but it's gonna be lost.
That is gonna be so much
awesome.
fun.
And then this is all going towards our holiday toy drive as well. So if you can't make bowling and brunch, no sweat, no worries. You can scan the QR code or leave a donation at our office at 616 FM 1960 West Suite 101, Houston, Texas. Bring them by the office Monday through Thursday. They have to be brand new because these are going to the Texas Children's Hospital.
Yes, the children there. We also you can purchase your Eventbrite. Can they use that same QR code to get to Eventbrite?
To the Eventbrite? No, that's a separate one.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. See how they get me together? That's just to donate.
Yeah, so on our toy drive, this QR code right here is going to take you to our website where you can leave a donation.
Okay.
Bowling and brunch, believe you scan that QR code, that'll take you to the Eventbrite.
Okay, then, to get your ticket to come on over here. All righty, then.
Absolutely. And we have a special announcement. Ms. Carter, you want to take the reins on this one?
Well, I got to tell. Word on the street is we're worldwide, and we have hit a huge marker. And so I'm going to go ahead and let them do that, and then I'll come back after my comment. You want to go ahead and put that up?
Absolutely.
Come in.
Hey, Ms. Carter.
Yes.
We did it.
100,000 subscribers. Oh my God. We did it. Yes.
Hello, Carter crew. It's your main man, Brother Carter.
100,000 subscribers.
100,000 subscribers. Yes, that's what we have. 100,000 subscribers to the Love and Victory Show with Val.
We could not have done this without you all. Thank you for sharing it with your friends, sharing it with your families, and even the foes.
Now, we need you to go out and get those hundreds and millions and billions of others to subscribe to the show.
Keep sharing, keep subscribing. Let everybody know. All righty, y'all know I'm so excited. When I hear subscribers, I got to change that. When you look at Facebook, you look at YouTube, you look at what's the other one? It's another one. Yeah. Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Those, you guys, those are people. Yeah. It's so easy to just get caught up on subscribers. And no, these are human beings that tune in, that want to be a part of. There are Carter crews out there that absolutely love what we're doing. And I thank God for each and every one of you all and for believing in us. Yeah. These are not views, 100,000 views or more. No. These are actually 100,000, hundreds and thousands of people that came in and clicked in to say, I want to stay a part of this, that are staying with us. Yeah. I want you guys to just imagine a stadium or imagine a room that has 100,000, 190 something, almost 200,000 people in there. Right. That's what God is doing here. So we will not take this lightly. We're filling up stadiums all over the world. God is doing something. So your comments, your love, your support, your sacrifice to get in here, however you get in here, I want you to know that you are an individual that is connected to this show, but you're connected to me and my heart and my husband's heart. We love you. We want nothing but the best for you. We want prosperity in your life as God continue to bless this platform. Amen.
Sorry about that. We have a couple of comments as well. Stephanie, she's tuned in. She said, it's giving global. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And of course, it's not a victory show without Abby. Okay. So Abby popping in. She said, don't forget to announce it's my birthday on Tuesday. Keeping everyone in the way.
Happy birthday.
Happy early birthday. Y'all show some love.
Absolutely.
And I think there was somebody else you said.
Oh, yeah. So Nicholas, he was saying, God bless you all.
Oh,
because y'all are amazing. And
y'all.
we love our Carter crew. We wouldn't do this if it wasn't for you.
Thank you so much.
So to the hundreds and thousands of viewers out there and hundreds and thousands of subscribers out there, we want to applaud.
Yes,
you,
can y'all please let's give each one of y'all. We want to give you a hand, and I mean, keep on doing it, keep on sharing. We want God to take us wherever we're going, and He's taking us wherever He's taking us. That's where we're going. Let me make that clear.
Amen.
Wherever He's taking us, we're going. We want to stay humble, but more importantly, we want to be on the path that He is directing us
James
to go.
4:10 says, humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and He shall lift you up.
And that's what we're allowing Him to do. And now it's time for the acronym so we can get this show going.
Let's get it crack-a-lackin'.
Absolutely. The acronym of the day is struggle. And I want to go ahead and give the honor to Diamond this time.
Wait a minute. So wait. The acronym of the day is struggle. What's the title of the show? What we working on? What we working on here?
All right. So today's show is Why is My Struggle Different?
Oh, so that's how you came up with the acronym.
Absolutely.
Okay. That's making sense now. All right.
Now it's making sense.
Right.
Get him, Brother Carter.
All right. And so with that being said, would you mind taking our acronym, Diamond?
There you go.
Turn your mic on.
If you could spell that first letter for me.
No, let's just alternate. S is for serendipitous, having good fortune.
Okay, T is for taboo, deemed by society to be unacceptable or improper.
R is for resilient, able to recover quickly.
All right.
U is for understanding, empathetic, and capable of comprehending others' perspectives.
Okay.
G is for grounded, humble and appreciative.
G is for gloomy, sad, and dark.
L is for lifelong, remaining throughout the entirety of someone's life.
And E is for encouraging, supportive, giving someone confidence, giving hope for future success.
All right.
I love that.
Wow. Y'all know. So y'all got a little. It was a little negative, or not negative, but it was a lot of positive. So in the struggle is not always bad. You know, you can get something out, and that's what we've been talking about today. Getting something out of every situation that we have going on. So I'm going to start this conversation off right here. I'm going to throw this fastball. How do men and women differ in their struggle? Okay, so if I would,
I think Rickey can give a good analysis of going through a struggle, since he went through this whole workout process to become a bodybuilder. And you can talk vividly about it.
It's still fresh on his mind.
Look, it's still fresh in my mind and body.
Let's talk about
that. Has to be. You have to go through a struggle to get where you have to. In the midst of all,
100%. Yeah. One thing about it is I appreciate the struggle, and I don't look at struggle, like you said, as something negative anymore.
Right.
It's just a part of life. It's a part of the process. You have to struggle in order to learn the lesson, so you become better and keep evolving, right? So the thing about, let's go into the bodybuilding part of it. I decided to go to one of the most hardest extreme levels of fitness, right? Because, you know, anybody could just work out and go home, eat a caloric deficit, and then be done for the day. But bodybuilding is all day, all night, every single day. Okay. It's multiple workouts, 3 or 4 workouts a day. It's counting your calories all day, every day. It's making sure you take your supplements, making sure you go to get your blood work done, making sure that all your kidneys and everything is functioning properly. It's the everyday, all day thing for 6 months straight.
Wow.
Right. So it's not like most people are like, oh, I just want to lose weight. I'm like, okay, that part is technically easy now. Now I understand it, you know, but when you say I need to transform my body in 6 months and get on stage and drop 20 pounds within 3 days, right?
Drop 20 pounds in 3 days.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because literally, I had to hit the 220, and I was 240 right before I weighed in. Right. So you deplete your body from water for 3 days straight.
Struggle.
Real struggle. So not only so your body's dehydrated, your mind's dehydrated, you're dealing with people, different emotions, and you're also being judged by people on purpose. You know, they're literally judging you. And so I like that. I intentionally wanted that struggle because I dealt with insecurity. I dealt with body dysmorphia. So I said, how do I overcome those things? Let me put myself in the most uncomfortable, struggling position possible.
Wow.
Put myself on stage with all my insecurities, my body dysmorphia, and let other people judge me. And I said this, put my post out there. It's like, you put these Liberty draws on and you get on stage and you let people see your almost 3/4 naked body, right? And mentally, emotionally, you have to tap in and be like, you know what? I'm not focused on what anybody. You know what I mean? So
struggle, right?
It's a real struggle, right? You know. So instead of you looking at yourself and like, oh, I don't like and you're also comparing yourself to 20 other guys and girls, who look phenomenal. Like they've been bodybuilding for years, so they have the perfect body, the perfect look, the perfect tan, the perfect everything. And you get up there with all your insecurities and some of my, flaws, and you judging yourself. So how do you overcome insecurity? How do you overcome the struggle? You put yourself in the most uncomfortable position, and then you tell yourself, I'm gonna do it no matter what.
Wow.
Right. So I take that same concept and apply it to life. That's it. It's the same concept, no matter what it is. It's like, okay, so my struggle, we talk about this, my struggle could be different from you because that's my particular issue.
Right.
I wanted to learn how to overcome body dysmorphia. I wanted to learn how to become more self-sufficient. I wanted to learn how to become more confident in myself. So you put yourself in that particular situation, and not everybody could do that.
I talked to a lady where I was on, we was on our little weekend getaway, and she been bodybuilding for a number of years, and she still face all these insecurities. And I'm like, how do you have these insecurities? You've been showing your body to the world for years, and you look phenomenal.
Let me tell you, it doesn't go away. It never goes away. Like, you always constantly, like, you're judging yourself on a daily basis. Now, the good and the bad, good and bad thing about that is that you'll realize that I'm never going to be perfect, but I'm going to always try to be better. So if you take that mindset, then no matter how you look at it, you're still going to be good no matter what. Right? Because you're doing the one thing that 90% of the people in the world can't do, which is discipline your food. I won't do. You know what I mean? Most people won't stick to the diet.
That's real. I love that because again, that goes back into, because we saw a female, I actually showed her your picture, and I was so proud. I was showing you, and one of the first things she said, and he did it naturally. I said, how do you know? She said, because I can tell from his body. There is a difference than what you see. So for me, it made me feel, because I would know from the naked eye. You get what I'm saying? But to have someone that's in it say that, it gave me another sense of. So again, to you, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
I do want to go back to my original question, and anybody can jump in on that one. How do men and women differ in their struggle? So
I think it depends on what your struggle was. Determines how different.
So for a man, so what is your struggle that that may be a little different than or the outcome from your struggle may be a little different from maybe me as a woman? What is it? What is it that you've been through that we've been through together? I can give one.
Give me an example.
Okay, I'll give you an example.
Sound like a ledge.
Before we relocated from Austin to here, I love to put us out there. We were Lawrence had lost his job. We were going through. I wasn't working, so we had a home, and so we of course had gotten to the place we were selling our home. We went to close that day, and the day that we went to close, the lady that was going to purchase our home that morning, we got a call before we got a call from our realtor saying that she didn't have the money. And we knew that we were in an 11 o'clock hour, which means that if we didn't close then, our house was going to go into foreclosure. Then we had already planned to relocate here. So it was going to be a domino effect. So the call came through, and the walk that I'm in now is not the walk that I was then. And I immediately got emotional, and I started saying
panic.
That panic boat had hit, and Lawrence was steadfast, calm, and he said, "God got this. We're gonna be okay." And I'm still looking at him, and I'm like, "Did you not just hear what she just said?" He stayed calm, and he said, "It's gonna be okay." And I thank God for that, because it was another time that he had to put me out of the room with our baby boy, with his
with this arthritis. He had juvenile arthritis, and we didn't have insurance back then. And I would get so angry because I had to see my baby wake up in the morning and he couldn't even straighten his leg out. And I got angry at Lawrence. I'm like, it's your fault. We don't have insurance. I can't even take him to the doctor to get treated. He was in there, and every morning he would get up in the morning and go lay hands on his legs and pray. In this particular morning, he did it. That's just Satan had just taken over. I'm going to be honest. I was so angry. He put me out of the room and said, you got to get out of here. He looked at me, and you know what he told? He said, Satan, get out of here. I need to pray over my child.
Be behind me, Satan.
Yeah. And so I'm with
your doubt.
Exactly. So I'm saying all of that when you, and I'm not saying that there are not women out there that have strong faith, but when you're in that place, I was in that place as a woman. I was so emotional. I forgot about the things that God had got us through before, and shortly thereafter.
We just blessed you yesterday, and then you forgot today.
Yes, because after that prayer that he did on our son, we got insurance.
So you
was looking at me, but I was looking unto the hills.
But let me just say this right quick, because I think it makes one thing that helped a lot of men, and it's exactly what you're saying, is that we have these high expectations, to be the provider, the protector, the calm one all the time. So that the struggle for us is a little bit more. We have to be the stable ones. We have to be the financial providers overall, because the world is expecting us to do that, right? So and please don't come at me, but but for the most part, we look at certain women, like, let's say if you're attractive, you got a nice body, you don't have to do as much. You just have to be there and available. And then you have a man who can be the provider, say, I got you. So we're expecting to be that no matter what. Most women who have the thing that most guys want, or the trophy wife, you don't have to do much. You just got to kind of sit there and be pretty and be available. And for us men, it was like, no, I have to go make the money. I have to buy the house. I have to buy the car. That's the stigma that's been put in our heads. So the struggle is real. And most men compare themselves to, like, I like to say, the 1% to 5% men in the world who actually can make the millions of dollars, who actually can go out and buy the house, who can build it, who has great credit. Not every man has that. So the mental and emotional expectation for men is set super, super high, and most men can never live up to that.
Wow, that's good. That's good.
And that's the struggle we have to live with,
and that's
day
the
in and day out
for the man and the woman. All right, then.
Well said.
But you want to add anything to that, Kimberly?
I would just say, I'm sitting here thinking about men versus women. And I think with women, sometimes in our struggles, we sometimes put ourselves last in it, and we put others before ourselves. And we think of the greater good in our struggles. And we're like, oh, we can't give up because so-and-so needs us. Or we can't give up because, these people are looking up to me. So if I give up, what is that going to look like?
Right.
And sometimes in the midst of my struggles, I've done that. I had a struggle, full transparency at work, and I didn't want to speak up and say something. I have this long commute to work every day. I drive an hour to Oakland for work, and I have to drive an hour back, and it was just killing me. My back was just killing me, and I didn't want to say anything at work because I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't want to lose my job. I get messages all the time from girls with disabilities that want to be in my position and ask questions. And I'm like, what am I going to look like, looking like I can't do it. And, I think I had to separate that, and I had to stop and say, you know what? I want whatever is in God's will. If sometimes in our struggle, yes, struggle leads to growth, but also we have to take a step back and be like, okay, how is this affecting me emotionally, mentally? Like, struggle's not supposed to kill us, It's just knowing when it's like, okay, am I struggling? Is this just to get to a certain point? Is this just like a bad moment right now? Or is this like, okay, guys, God telling me to like pivot and, so just knowing when it's too much. But so women, we put ourselves last. So that's something we got to work on, speaking up, but also knowing when, okay, this may not be exactly what God wants, and let me get more in tune with what God wants for me. Is this his will? Is this struggle supposed to be harmful, or is it supposed to help me grow? Helpful
and I
or harmful?
Think I agree with you 100%. As a woman, one of the things that in my more matured age, I have learned that I don't have to carry it all by myself. And that was one of the things that I struggled with, because as a child, I didn't want to let my parents down. I didn't want to let someone else down. So I had to have everything together. So being faced with oh God, we're going to lose our home. Oh God, how is this going to work? I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't even focus that I had a whole husband. I had a whole man here. I wasn't alone, but I was so caught up in what I was going to look like. I was going to be that failure. And I think we as women, if we can just start to appreciate the man, when you have a real man in your life, and give him his true flowers, and that he's standing. And if you don't have a man, pray and ask God to give it if it's his will. So
the truth of the matter is, women, especially African-American women, have been the backbone of the family for decades, for generations. And that lives within you all. And that is a whole big struggle. Even when you have a husband, you tend to
carry it out.
Stuff
that you don't need to.
You carry, and even unnecessarily, words you use intentionally. Unintentionally. You just come carry those baggages all the time, and somehow you have to free yourself from that and allow your husband to take over some of this stuff, man. I can't handle all this stuff.
Well,
you play your role the way you're supposed to be, and I'm tired of being the man and the woman in the house.
Well, I'm gonna be very honest with you. Once I've gotten to the point, I'm doing a lot better with that, because it's so easy for me to say I'm tired, or this is not for me anymore. I need you to take a lead. They getting on my third nerve, and
I'm still praying about this.
All righty, then we're gonna take
this victory show. We be honest.
We're very honest about that.
That's a beautiful thing.
Okay. What are you doing to overcome your obstacle? Think about that. You have an obstacle in your life. What are you doing to overcome that obstacle? And that's not just for us in the studio. I'm going to ask the people out there that are listening. Put in the comments, what are you doing to overcome your obstacle? There is an obstacle that you're dealing with that's in your way for you to get to where you're trying to go or get to the next level. It may be that you're struggling with a decision on a job. It may be that you're struggling with something in your personal life. What are you doing to overcome? Because you can't just keep sitting in it.
I think you first have to recognize you really have an obstacle in front of you. You cannot begin to work on a situation in life if you don't even first recognize that you have a little problem in front of you.
So are you saying that, are admitting? Are you saying that sometimes people don't even recognize that?
Don't even know it's a problem. They just going through life, just like they normal. And we all need some work.
Okay.
I mean, let's just be honest. We all need some work on this.
Okay.
None of us.
Perfect. All right. Come on in there. Go ahead. Jump on in there.
I just put the segue out there.
You throw it out there. It's perfect. It's perfect. I always look at obstacles like a particular course, right? And if you don't have a course in life, you don't actually have an obstacle, which kind of goes on what you're saying, is that most people just kind of going through life without any purpose or any reason, no reason to try to be better.
Right.
So they're just like, oh, this is just my normal life, right? Like, well, you don't have a purpose. So there's no obstacles in front of you. Now, if you're trying to grow, you're trying to be better, you're trying to value yourself, there has to be some type of obstacle in front of you. Right.
So a lot of people out there just walking through the track and just pushing the hurdle down instead of trying to jump over them.
Man, look, I would say this: your obstacles are your demons. Your obstacles are the things that just going to make you better, the things that make you uncomfortable. So I would say, look, get very comfortable being uncomfortable with your demons, because your demons is going to give you the answers to the next phase of your life. So whatever the thing is, if you're tired of being broke, that's your obstacle. Fix that. You know what I mean? If you're tired of being overweight, that's your obstacle. Fix that. And I always say the problem is the answer, and the answer is the problem. So whatever the thing is, you do the exact opposite of the thing that's in your way.
I like that, because that's real good, because it's so easy to say, I don't know what the problem is.
You know what the problem is.
You know what the problem is.
Everybody knows exactly what the problem is. The problem is they don't want to face it. That's the thing.
They don't want to do the hard work.
No. You know exactly what it is.
Laws know he don't have to drink cognac every day. He know that.
You know the problem is.
I like what you said about facing your demons. People don't want to face those demons. That demon of fear and doubt and these are all elements of the demons.
Yes.
And so You have to get past those demons in your
Or
life.
run through those demons.
Or run through them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Run them right on over.
Yeah.
Well, we want to, we got some questions and out there. What's going on? Comments?
Yeah, we had a few different comments coming on that I thought would I think y'all are hitting on a vein today, and maybe y'all could elaborate on these too.
Okay.
I saw in here, Stephanie said, both men and women need to remain open to God's direction. He can't guide us if we aren't open to his leadership.
Come on now.
Facts.
Then we also had Monique on here saying, realizing that those obstacles are not there to stop me, but making me understand if that course is the right course for me.
Mhm.
And we also had Anna over here who's helping us out with comments. She said, with obstacles, you have to think that they are like a block of rock that you chip away to make a beautiful statue.
Ooh, I
Oh,
like that.
that's deep. Okay, then I love
chipping away.
it.
Look at y'all.
Yeah,
Oh, chip away over there.
y'all keep on coming in. You want to jump on here, Kimberly? I know there is something you want to say to this.
Stephanie and Monique over there preaching over there.
Y'all said it all. I mean, you have to recognize first and foremost what your struggle is, what you want to overcome, and you just have to create a plan that works for you. Just and don't look at it overall. It can be overwhelming when you look at your whole entire struggle, but just take it little by little, day by day, just baby steps. Set one little goal every day. For example, for me, I want to do the Daniel fast, and I struggle with fasting, giving up things. And so I said, I'm going to take a little bit at a time. This week is going to be, just sugar. And then, the next week is going to be, so little by little, just create a little plan that works for you. And then, eventually you'll get there and overcome. And
I
reach your
love
goal.
that. I love that. It just starts with you just taking that first step.
Right.
You make that first step, then you take that second step, and then eventually you're going to be running on down the road. I love that.
I was working on my stomach last week, and I was eating salads every day. I ate salad Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Okay.
and Thursday.
Okay.
But I didn't see any results, so I went and got me a cheeseburger Friday. And so
You just stayed there.
And so what I'm saying is, if we remain the course sometime in life, we'll be a lot further off in our journey
Yes.
than we are today. I know there's a few things I could have stayed the course on in life where I wanted to go and where I know I should be, but I'm not there because I had not been disciplined enough to stay the course.
So in other words, you expected
I
yourself.
want to encourage somebody else to make sure you stay the course of life.
So in other words, baby, you literally expected. I'm just asking the question.
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you was expecting on day one to start to see something.
Well, see, that's when you get messed up. When you start looking at your circumstances.
Ooh, come on now.
And you don't see any changes in the circumstances immediately. We are living in the
microwave.
Yeah.
Quick popcorn.
Yeah, we right there right now. We want instantaneous results.
Right. Okay.
And so when we don't see the results, and there's a lot of us out there like that.
I love you saying that.
A lot of us out there like that. And so I'm just trying to encourage somebody to, if you're going to church and you want to become deacon or whatever in the church or whatever, you stay the course.
Stay the course.
If you want to lose weight, don't look at your body. Stop looking at your circumstances.
Stay out
just
that
keep
scale.
on pushing it. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't look at the scale. Correct.
Yeah, don't look at the scale. It's going. But be mindful of what you're putting in front of you.
Yeah.
That you're putting down your bed. I'm gonna turn to my granddaughter. Y'all see we flipping that script around on you. She got a whole nother seat.
She keep putting the heat on me.
I'm putting the heat on you. So the same question to you. How are you defined by your struggle? Or is there a struggle?
Well, are you defined by your struggle?
I feel like our struggles shape us in a sense. I feel like in this journey in my life, I'm realizing that struggles are needed because sometimes you have to go through things to understand things on a different level. If you don't go through that storm, how do you know how to overcome it the next time you're faced with it?
Okay, then.
That's good.
So instead of looking at it as a struggle, you're looking at it as this is something that
as a lesson.
Okay. Okay. Whatever it takes. I like that because what you're doing, I'm so proud. Y'all see? Y'all see that? My granddaughter.
Ooh.
Come on in here, Aaron.
Sorry.
Come on.
Yeah, she got something to say.
So you're only defined by the struggles you don't overcome. Because if your struggle overtakes everything that you do, then who are you?
Then you become the struggle.
Mhm.
Wow.
Or you become someone else's struggle.
Oh, I like that. Because you can see in your mind, you don't think it's a problem, but for the people that are around
or you do, but you
them.
don't care enough to do anything about it. It's one of those things. Like even in my own life, right? Like I remember I was at Young Adults this past Thursday, and we were talking about like growing closer to God. And I stepped away, just praying, talking to God. I'm like, God, I feel like I keep praying the same thing, and I'm not really doing. So what's actually going on? Like I was finally at that point, like what's actually going on, right? And God told me, and I'm like, no, because I don't tell myself that. I don't speak that over my life. I don't act like that, right? But like inwardly, I'm sitting here getting super emotional, and I'm like, well, I don't know what to do with this. And I literally had to get to a point where I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter why why God brought this, like whatever that why is, right? It doesn't matter the origin. The fact is, at the end of the day, it's there.
It's there.
So what do we do to deal with it?
All righty then. Anna, you have anything to add to that? Oh, you're good over there. Okay, then. Well,
she in chill mode.
She in chill mode. Okay, so we're going to take a couple of more comments. I see they're popping in, and then we're going to come back with some more conversation.
We had Tiara coming in over here.
Okay.
She said, that's
Good
why
morning,
we have to,
Tiara.
From YouTube, she said, that's why we have to fall in love with the process of getting healthy and stop focusing on the results. It's easy to stop if we're looking for a result every day.
Ooh,
Stay off that scale. And then Stephanie, she said, you talking to me? I'm going to eat a salad every day now. Man, I feel like they're just having their own conversation. She said, look, I had to get the groceries because if I let hunger creep on me and there's nothing already cooked, it's a wrap.
Well, keep going.
Oh, we have to get comfortable with the struggles as believers. And she was saying good morning, and Steven's just sitting here eating up. He's like, Tiara.
Well, I want to say this. It's so easy for us to get so caught up in what is happening right now that we turn, I think, back to when we first started talking. It's about maybe about 3 years ago with the show, 2.5 years. And we're talking your weight. He's a coach, he's a fitness, all of that. I'm like, oh, I'm going, okay, let's go. Let's come on. Let's do it. And all I could think about at that time, and being honest, where am I going to work it in on my schedule? Where am I going to work? Yes, this is what I want to do, but where can I find time on my schedule? You can find time to do whatever is important to you.
Exactly.
So if you are focusing on, I don't have time, you're making excuses. So you're not really ready to deal with this thing you're struggling with. So you can find time to do whatever you want to do. If it's important, work on it.
All right.
Yeah.
You got your camera on? I want you to put your camera on, when they turn around, look at you when you're talking. So you can hear all of that you're saying right now.
Oh, he's so petty this morning. Now that was called, I am talking to myself. Stephanie, y'all better get him. Did he just say it?
I really want you to hear all that. I
I
want to turn that camera back around and just.
Did y'all hear, Kimberly, can you get
you
him?
can make time for anything you have time.
Kimberly, can you please get Brother Carter? I need.
We all need this information. We all should be
Get it. Get him, Kimberly.
Good.
Say it again.
You're a busy
us.
lady.
Yes.
Yes, it is actually good. No, you're so true because I'm always doing something. Yesterday, when I made it to the house, what did I say? I'm not doing anything.
Right.
I'm sitting in here, and I didn't even go into one of my normal areas where I can find something extra to do. I went and sat in the front, and I turned on.
When she pull up at the house and then walking through the house, kiss me. I said, oh man, this.
Trust me, I know.
Yes.
Let me say this right quick before we jump
ahead.
off of this subject because I think it's necessary, and I'm a firm believer in this. I feel like if you don't do your body a due diligence of getting healthy and getting fit, you're not doing God any due diligence as well.
Oh,
because it's your body. It says your body is the kingdom.
The temple.
It's the temple. So like, why wouldn't you take care of your body so you can take care of God's people? You know what I'm saying? So when we deny or we make excuses, that's like why I can't get healthy and get fit. I'm like, you're really just telling God, like, for lack of better terms, forget what you're saying, what
Yes.
you're doing.
I
You know
love
what I mean?
that.
So,
hey man, I'm gonna eat my salad next week, man.
and I always, the last thing is this is like, if you've been living 40 plus years and you put on 40 plus pounds and you start something for a week, it makes no sense to think that you're going to get rid of that in a week.
Right.
You have to do that over.
Right. It's going to take 40 years to change.
It may take about, I would say, give yourself a good solid year.
Yes.
Give yourself a solid year of a realistic plan. You don't have to be like, starve yourself and cardio every single. Trust me, I've done all that.
Get you some cheat days in there.
Just just balance it out. You know what I mean? So I always say every excuse you make is the one you get to keep.
Right.
So
that's real good. So are we making
y'all getting deep around here today?
Are we making excuses so that we don't have to face it? Or are we?
No, we don't want to change.
We don't want to change.
Yeah.
It's comfortable. Like people are comfortable. I hate to say it. No, I don't hate to say it. It's the truth. People are very comfortable in their misery. You know what I mean? If you're comfortable looking like everybody else and being unhealthy and being fit, and because it's the norm, which is why you can go to a grocery store, you can point out the person that actually works out. Oh, he looks like he works out. But everybody else look exactly the same. Everybody else got the same belly, same body, same booty. You know what I mean? So the person that does look like they work out, you could tell, oh, that person works out. So you treat that person a little bit different, right? But if the norm is everybody looks the same, everybody looks like they don't work out, then you know exactly what they're doing. Norm. That's the norm.
So along that line, and I don't want this to just be about fitness, working out. But I love how we're doing it because you're actually working your mind out. You're working through this thing that you have become normal for you.
Right.
So
same thing with being broke.
Same thing with being broke. Yeah. Same thing with feeling overworked. Yep. Same thing with your room, bad relationships, your room not, your closet not being clean, car dirty. All that is still things you need to work through. You're just kind of looking past it as if that's not really that.
Then everything we do normally become our normal.
Right.
You know, if you work out all the time, that become your normal. And so, in other words, we have to find a balance, I believe, in just anything that we do. There's some people that go to church every day.
And they hardly
and raise all kind of hell, but they in the church building every day. And so you have to find a balance between like in life.
Well, I'll say this too. I like to look at it like this. Like I think in the beginning phases, it depends on what your strength is, right? In the beginning phases, I don't think there needs to be a balance. You need to go all in with fixing yourself. And then once you get to that maintenance phase, now you create the balance. But in the first 6 months to a year, no, you need to fix everything. Fix your money, fix your body, fix your relationship, fix your mindset. And then once you get to that stable place, now you establish a balance. But in the beginning, it's like, no, you need to go all in.
You need to go in.
Yeah.
All right. I need some of these comments in here. Y'all need to come on in, give us your questions. We have Kimberley in here, and we have Mr. Rickey in here. They're going to answer any question you throw out there. So if you have something, throw them on out there. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
All right. You got something lined up for us, Diamond? You got an awesome song?
You got something? What you got?
You just chunked it up.
That's how I do it. They need to stay ready.
All right. Come on in. Let's go on into it. There you go.
All righty then. Did y'all enjoy that song? I enjoyed it. You know, we was off air, but we were having a conversation. This is really a good conversation. Someone said in the room that it's healing. We needed to have this. They needed this. And so I hope that you guys are getting something out of here. There is a question that I'm going to throw out there for you guys. And whoever wants to take it and respond to this can. In what way do you cope with the bumps in the road? And Aaron, I think I'm going to start with you. In what way do you cope with the bumps in the road? You know.
Okay, so that's actually a little bit hard for me because I think I'm one of those people that when the bump happens, I'm like trying to figure out what do I do, right? But I think generally it's like when something comes up, depending on the scale and like how much it throws me off, it's either, you know what? Okay, we're just going to take it. We're going to go. We're going to run. And then other times it's something that really just makes me pause. It's like, I have no idea how to go around this. And I'm the kind of person that if I don't know, I don't move. Oh, wait, what was it? I told myself, if I don't know, I don't do. And I only do once I know. So therefore, I'll ask Ms. Carter if I don't know.
Okay. So I guess the question is, you still leaning on you.
So yeah, no, that's the hard part. And like I said, that's something I kind of brought up because full transparency, I'm not sitting here preaching this over myself. I think I only just realized maybe what got that belief in me. But like there was this belief that came out where God told me, he's like, you think you're not good enough, right? And I'm like, no, I don't tell myself that. That's not there, but it's there.
It's there.
It's dormant. Right. So it's like maybe it's something I thought I healed from. Maybe it's something that just recently got put there and I'm just not aware. But that right there is part of the problem of why I'm not hearing from God.
Oh, that's good. Real good. That's deep there. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take that over to you, Rickey. Wow. That was deep. I love that.
Yeah, good. I mean, thank you for your transparency.
Yeah,
absolutely. We're all about transparency. I love what your show's about.
Right, 100%. For me, I've learned to prepare for the bumps.
Oh,
okay. I think it's foolish, and this is no attack on anybody. You know, obviously, when you're younger, you think that everything is supposed to be hunky dory, and there's no be bumps in the road. But the older you get, and the more crap you go through, you realize there has to be some type of bump, some type of detour, some type of distraction in your life. It just has to happen, right? So what I've learned to do is kind of like chess. I like to think maybe 3 or 4 moves ahead.
Oh, okay.
So if I think 3 or 4 moves ahead, I kind of know what may happen. And then I prepare for whatever thing may happen, you know what I mean? Because, you know, either something good or something bad or nothing's going to happen at all. That's only 3 things that could possibly happen, right? So what are the odds of this particular thing happening? All right, well, if I'm deciding, for instance, let's go back into weight loss, right? I know for a fact that I have kids, I have family, I have a job, I have finances, everything else, right? I know how much money I need to make. And I know for a fact that if somebody drops off, I need to have a backup plan. You know what I mean? So that's how I face the bump in the road. You know what I mean? If I get sick in the event something happens, what's going to happen? I have a backup plan just in case something happens. So I prepare for all the particular bumps in the road. I also look at that like with insecurity and everything else. So instead of somebody like coming to me and saying, "Oh man, you're fat," or you got loose skin, it was like, "Well, shit, I already know that." You know what I'm saying? Like, tell me something I don't know.
So in other words, what I'm hearing you say, you also prepare for the negativity.
I prepare for everything. So it's like you can't tell me anything that I don't already know or haven't prepared myself for.
Yeah.
So whatever, good or bad, it's like, thank you. I know. Now it's just
so you're not tripped up when you
So when the bump happens, I'm not falling. It's just a little boom.
Yeah.
I just keep going.
You'll keep going through because they're there. They're coming.
It's coming. So I would look at like, hey, that's why I sit down when I have my clients. I said, let's sit down and talk about your entire life. Let's talk about the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. What are your main stressors? What are things that distract you? Because those are your bumps. Now let's figure out how to work through the bumps. Don't go around it. Don't screw that. We're trying to test some stuff up nowadays.
Okay.
And then we decide if it can be eradicated or you need to figure out how to go through it. So I face all the bumps.
Wow. That's amazing. Brother Carter?
Yeah. When I hear bumps in the road, I'm literally seeing bumps in the road driving through with my car. When I was young, I didn't really care much about the vehicle, and I just went right through the bumps in the road.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, as you get older, you expecting the bump. And so you brace yourself for the bumps. And so now in life, and when rocky roads come into my life, I think that you have to approach it just like you approach any other bump in the road. And my instead of pumping the brakes to go over the hump, I take a deep breath,
slow down,
gather myself,
Come on now,
and see what's happening around me. And then you can proceed past the bump in life.
Wow. It's kind of like when I'm over there sometime, Sister Carter every now and again, she kind of get a little chaotic. So
people in life, people sometimes come into your world to irritate you on purpose. To just do something to you on purpose. That's just their lot in life. They just want to see you not happy and being okay. And so that's a bump in the road. And so I don't want to bring up old stuff, but I had a manager that he wanted to tick me off. He wanted to see how I pray, I thank God and all this kind of stuff all the time. So I guess he wanted to push my button to see how far it would take me.
Exactly.
But instead of reacting, I took a deep breath.
Yeah.
Okay. I see what you're trying to do here.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so I'm speaking to CJ right now, CJ Stroud out there. And I know you're listening to the show. I know the front line ain't taking care of you right now. Just keep on taking your deep breath, brother. Because it's going to be all right.
It's going to be all right.
It's going to be all right.
Right.
Wow.
Just keep on pressing, baby. Keep on pressing.
So what I'm hearing you say, it's there.
Yeah.
But you don't have to react to it because it's there.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't have to react negatively.
You don't have
toward
to,
it. You don't have to let that situation control you. Take it. I like that. I like what both of you.
You have to not react, should I say, when bumps come into the road of your life. You know, initially we all just want to just react when trouble come our way. That's the initial reaction. Right. But if you take time to just brace yourself,
wow,
I think everything will work itself out.
You know something else I did? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah. What I've learned to do is when people come in as the distractions, right? Instead of me, I don't respond. I literally ask them, okay, is that your purpose in my life? Is that what you're supposed to be doing? Because now I'm making you think about what you're doing.
Yes, and I'm taking my power back, so I'm not going to allow you to come and play in my face, and I'm going to sit over here and act like I don't see what you're doing. I absolutely love that. That right there is, you know what? I love it. Hey guys, I need y'all to hear what he just said. When there, can you? People, use that part right there.
No,
say it just like that.
So when people come in your life as a distraction, instead of you reacting and going off on them, you ask them, is that your purpose in my life? Is that what you're supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
Because now I know what you're supposed to be doing. Now I get to decide how I'm going to respond, but I'm also making you think about what you're doing. And you may stop what you're doing because now you don't even realize that you're here to cause chaos in my life. And you don't really want to.
So you looking the devil in the eye and then talking to him.
Whipping your ass. You know, it's one thing. I mean, we always say that, you know, it's not a physical battle. It is a spiritual battle.
Right.
A spiritual battle comes from your word.
Right.
Yeah. So you got to figure out what words to properly say to your demons in your particular situation. So we can't physically fight.
Right.
If I get in your head, I already beat you.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? I beat you. I got in your head already. Yeah.
That's real good. Hey, that was powerful. Diamond, I see you over here. She wants some of this. I know that, you know, in full transparency, this young lady, my granddaughter and I have been one. She talks so freely to me since she was a baby. And when I tell you, she is truly beyond her years, and just to hear her talk and some of the things that God has poured into her, I want her to give you a little bit of something because I see your mind going.
Okay.
Go for it.
I really like this question about in what ways do you cope with bumps in the road? And it really made me reflect because in the past, and I still struggle with this, when I'm faced with challenges, sometimes I allow things to overpower my mind, and sometimes I just become paralyzed. But now I'm learning to just acknowledge if I'm overwhelmed with the situation, and I just take a time and just go in nature and just, you know, talk to God about it. And that's just how I cope now.
Oh, that's real good. I love that. So you've learned to recognize.
Yes, the biggest part is recognizing, because you don't know what you have to, I guess, overcome if you can't recognize.
Oh, that's real good. Okay.
Recognize it and don't let it defeat you.
Yeah. No, there's a saying that I'm gonna say one. I'm probably not done to this, but
that's okay.
If you can sit down with your problems and have a conversation with it, you'll get the answers.
Wow.
Like
I like that.
Like sit down with it. You can say sit down with the devil if you want to. There's a whole book on Alan Watts talked about it, like conversation with the devil, right? And instead of running and casting the devil out, it's like, let me sit down and talk to you, figure out what your purpose is, what you're supposed to be doing here, because I'm learning everything about you, about myself, through talking to you. Now I know how to defeat you.
But I don't have to ask the question to the devil. I know what his job is: to kill, steal, and to destroy my life. When I see all that coming my way, when you trying to destroy me, when you trying to kill me, when you trying to steal my joy, I see you coming. And so now I know how to just say, "Oh, I see you, devil.
I see you.
You're not finna steal that from me."
Right. Then you gotta figure out how to punch it.
Oh, wow. Okay, Kimberly, I see her over there, and then I'm gonna go to final thoughts and comments. Come on, Kimberly. Come on in. Something.
I would just like to add, everybody had amazing things to say. Of course, I would just say lean into the bumps and ask God, what is it that I need to learn from this situation? What can I get? And then lastly, I would just say record what you're going through, journal.
That's real good.
That's so, because I have so many journals from years, and I'll look back at them sometimes and I'm like, man, I was crying so much about this, or just, looking at where I am now and remembering 10 years ago, I was asking God, begging him for something that I have now, living in an answered prayer, and just recording that. You can go back and be so grateful for where you are now, I would say. is something.
Wow.
I've heard people say write it down, but you know, we're in the technology ages now. You can record it now.
Voice
notes,
everything. Yes, that's real good. I tell you, I have absolutely enjoyed this show, and we're at a point where we got to do final thoughts and wrap up.
We're about to be in overtime.
We're gonna be in overtime. We can't be in overtime because we got to keep going. So, with that being said, I am going to start with Aaron. Any final thoughts?
I would say with today's conversation being about our different struggles, I don't know. I think it's just really important to keep in mind that someone's struggle might be really dumb to you, but they're going through like that emotional process. That's exactly what they're feeling because it's what you feel in your own struggles. The only difference is what it is.
Wow.
That's good.
So you have to show some empathy.
Yeah.
For when a person
is empathetic, 100%.
I love it. Okay, Diamond, final thoughts for the show and what did you get out of it?
Yeah, I love today's conversation. You know, this came right on time. So everything that everyone said, I'm taking little bits and pieces.
All right, sponge.
So, okay.
Yes, you got to be a sponge.
There you go. All righty then. Anna, you have anything? Final thoughts? Scoot on over there and come on in here with your final thoughts. There is no way I can leave you out. There you go.
I think it goes back with Aaron's point that your struggle is your own for a reason, and don't compare your life to other people. Don't go into like, I need to be like the status quo, because then you lose yourself. And then go back to your consistency, to your discipline. Remember, discipline is self-love too. It's a lot of self-love. It takes consistent action and discipline for you to change both your mindset and your life. So yeah,
100%. Wow. And Rickey.
Awesome. Everybody has trash.
Come on now. I love that.
You know, the garbage man pulls up at everybody's house, whether you live in a nice neighborhood or not. Whether you live in a mansion or you live in the projects, everybody has trash. So don't think that you're the only person going through some bullshit.
Oh, right there. Mic drop. Brother Carter.
Did Kim she said her last piece already?
Kim, yeah, I started with her.
Oh.
Yes. She
did. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Okay. Man, circumstances, situations don't be defined by what you went through or going through. I'm reminded of a hurricane.
Oh,
from Galveston, right? So I've seen hurricanes come, and actually the eye of the hurricane, I've seen the eye of a hurricane before and stood in the midst of it. And so one thing about a hurricane, it got the winds and the rains and everything is going on and its circumstances. It look like doomsday. But then the eye comes over you and the sun shining, clouds are beautiful. And you think everything is all right. It's time to go out and play again. But just remember, there's another piece to that storm coming again. And so in life, we're not going to be in the eye of the storm all the time. We're going to get both sides of that storm when you're in that hurricane. So prepare yourself, brace yourself, get your mind right so you'll be ready when the second wave of that hurricane of life come through.
Wow.
You won't be so affected like the first part of it was.
Wow.
That's good, man.
Wow,
that makes sense.
That made a whole bunch of
Yeah.
sense. A whole
Really
bunch
good.
of sense.
So-
Well, I want to say this, and why is my struggle different? Words that we heard earlier, my struggle is no different than your struggle. It's just the circumstances. And so when we make things so personal, we have no empathy for others. At the same time, there are times when we have to make it personal so that we can learn and grow through it. But keep in mind, when you're going through, Aaron, you said it best, the only difference between what I'm going through and what you're going through is that, because we're both going through it, it's just
the content may be different, but the emotions
is the same. So don't minimize somebody else's feelings. One of the
just
things,
because you're not having that struggle don't mean the struggle is not a real thing to the next person.
Yes.
Exactly.
I want to say to, again, the
hundreds and millions and thousands of you out there.
Of Carter Crew,
Yes.
individuals that absolutely tune in, that love us. I thank you so much for believing in us. I thank you. I hope that you guys know that we take your heart, your mind, and what you're going through seriously. This is not something for play. I hope that you can take something out of this show and go share with someone else. I hope that something was said or done that will change your life. Today, on this Saturday, shine a little light in someone's life and do something that's uniquely good for you and different than you did yesterday, because we're on this journey together. Until next Saturday.
Reach out and touch.